Soaring unemployment in Biche has cultivated a belief among some that government intervention is necessary. Councillor for Biche Charuma Glenn Ram says infrastructure development can bring jobs and amenities to villagers.
And for many years we had suffered a number of, under rural neglect in terms of road conditions, in terms of secondary schools, in terms of basic amenities like pipe-borne water. But over the years, with effective representation, things has improved in this community.
Those projects have brought temporary relief to some out-of-work former cocoa plantation labourers. When there are similar projects going on around Biche, like the construction of box trains or the paving of roads, residents line up at the regional sub-office to vie for short-term URP or CPEP contracts. Falling cocoa prices and the increased cost of labour broke the back of the Biche economy as cocoa is left to rot untended in cocoa plantations. Some Biche residents are unsure of whether the cocoa industry can be revived and the village saved. Karen Morales swapped cocoa for citrus because she couldn't get a fair price for her cocoa. She believes regulators have to govern the price of cocoa before it can thrive once more in the region.
They have to manage their price. They have to be responsible for this.
Councillor Glenn Ram is hopeful government will build a factory to process cocoa, which he hopes will breathe new life into the industry and bring much-needed jobs to the area.
Remember a few weeks ago, the Minister of Potiwari made a statement of opening up factories and going into those sort of things. And Biche is one of the areas that we are looking at in terms of setting up this processing plant.
But Father Albert Mackenzie, the parish priest, says young people, who make up a significant portion of the village's unemployed, are not as enterprising as they should be. He says some of the unemployed in Biche don't want employment. They want a handout.
What people are looking for is they just want to get a change. They want to get a little raise to meet their personal needs and to keep them going.
He says in times gone by, more people would have struck out on their own to till their land and to do subsistence farming or supplement their income with crops for sale. But agriculture isn't the only legal alternative to the unemployment problem, which most agree is at the root of the marijuana cultivation issue. Glenn Ram sees education as a long-term solution to the problem, and so he's pushed for the secondary school to be reopened and for adult education courses to be offered there too.
Both members of Parliament, MP Paratap and Peters, have had discussions with him in terms of bringing many more courses into the community. So in terms of that, the young people are very much happy that these things are happening, so they don't have to leave Biche, but they can remain within the community and get their training.
But Father Mackenzie doesn't think the courses have had the desired impact. He feels they're falling short of their intended target.
What I find is that the participation is very low. And sometimes you get the greater part of the participation is by people who want to learn these things as a hobby, not so much as from a commercial point of view.
Still, education is a long-term solution to a problem with short-term ramifications. Hafiz Al-Baksh can see the human side of the problem faced by those who depend illegally on marijuana to make a living. He acknowledges that the marijuana farmers are in the wrong, but he'd like to see government take action to help impoverished villagers before the next round of weed eradication exercises.
Not destroy a man's home and say go build back one for him. Build your home first before you destroy it, because the man will end up with no home.
It seems that until the unemployed of Biche, Charuma and Kush can find steady work in their communities, police will continue to look for and find marijuana in the forests. Jonathan Chase, C News.